K-pop stans, or how I like to call them, K-poopies, love to throw this term whenever a group release a single mid-song, even if they've had one mid-song over 10 flawless ones. But I'm here to mention examples of multiple songs that disappointed me or just don't feel as good as their old music. And before y'all dramatic opinion-phobic people say anything, talking about someone's craft is different than talk about the actual person. Music is here to be judged and criticized, rather positively or negatively. So no, I'm not talking shit about your precious oppa when I say I don't vibe with their music anymore. So if you want to disagree, do it respectfully. So now that we're set, let's just do it already. Back in 2020, they were my ultimate group. Subin was my old bias alongside One Pill. But military happened and suddenly they've lost their leader and most popular member, and then Chen left, and now they're pretty much disbanded. Which is a shame because their first full album is an incredible album. Highly recommend, but overall, their music started to lack something. Stupid O'Clock was good but not as great as Howling or What I Said. All I can say is that I wish them the best.
이게 바로 무신기라.
This one is controversial, because basically the whole community still loves them a lot. But you know, I've heard about ATEEZ since their debut, but what really got me to stan them was the Inception era. And my favorite ATEEZ songs are Inception, Thanks and Hala Hala. Now in what shape or form does Work sound like any of those songs? That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say that they've lost their identity, more like they have a new identity, but unfortunately, I prefer their old one. In their case is more a case of they release something, I like it, and then I grow tired of. I like pretty much every song from debut to Windflower, which in my opinion is their last good song, and that was released in 2018. Yeah, could have been amazing if I didn't had that horrendous outro. For Hip and Go-Go BB, I'm just sick of them, and not even their solo stuff excites me anymore. In conclusion, 2018 was peak K-pop.
그래 그렇게
That's a different case, because I still really enjoy their songs as a group. Not By the Moon still is that bitch. But none of their solo work spoke to me, and since they're focusing on solos, GOT7 has been kinda dead for me. But they're still my ults because of the nostalgia and the memories I have with them, because they were the second boy group I've ever stan. After BTS of course, and since we are talking about them.
I need you girl 왜 혼자 사랑하고 혼자서만 이별해 I need you girl
BTS just love to contradict ARMYs, don't they? ARMYs where they're saying that they don't want nor need the Western validation, and even hating on groups that was making English songs when that wasn't the norm, just for BTS and HYBE to start basically begging for a Grammy. Although this Grammy hunt had definitely cooled down. Tell me why it's so rare for a BTS solo to be in Korean. Majority of the members are basically exclusively making songs in English. But anyways, that is not the problem. I stan Blackpink after all. My main problem with them is that unlike ATEEZ, I definitely feel that they've gave up on their identity. Old BTS would have never released a minute song like Permission to Dance just because it's made by Ed Sheeran. People hate when you compare their previous work. But why should I settle for mediocrity when I could have masterpieces? Give me back my spring days, House of Cards, Still With You's, Blood, Sweat and Tears, and many, many more. To put on a scale, ever since Yes or Yes, I've been learning every single title dance because I liked it so much, and I have stopped doing that in Scientist due lack of interest. At least in Scientist the title was mid, but the album was really great. Now not even their albums are hitting. Bear with me. For me every Twice song at its core is basic and plain. But what make a song like Fancy so good is the seasoning, is the elements put onto it. It's the whole arcade core aesthetic. It's the iconic looks, the instrumental, the iconic dance moves, the tons of memorable killing parts. It's the charisma, but recent Twice songs don't seem to have that. It looks like they want to season as little as possible. They're using all the seasoning on their outside projects apparently.
Can you see? 떨어진 한 방울 drip 충분한 내 안에서 껴들지 아무렇지 않은 더 keep on moving.
Before anything, just a reminder that Le Sserafim hate is not allowed here. Anyways, it hurts me to say this, but their projects have been just downgrading as time goes by. Fearless was okay, but the album was fantastic. Anti-Fragile was fantastic, and the album was okay. And the quality have just been decreasing as time goes by. ATEEZ was really underwhelming, controversies aside. I only really like Swan Song. I'm hoping for their producers to see them on the eye of the hurricane and take the criticisms extremely personal and release the best comeback ever imagined. Although I love experimental and unique music, I also love when things are cohesive and organized, and after Chrome Arts, everything sounds messy to me, and also there's a lot of quality gaps on their songs. Some parts just sound oddly low quality and low budget, especially the mixing of their voices. And yeah, they do have a low budget, but other groups with also low budget knows how to hide it. I never thought groups like ATEEZ and Dreamcatcher lacked when it comes to voice mixing, and also their Dopamine MV looked like a glorified performance video, and that kinda bothered me. I just stopped caring about them after Fantasia. Their music just sounded boring to me. Beautiful Liar was good though, and that's all I have to say. Lol. I don't exactly know when I started to lose interest on them, but I just know it happened. I started to have my eye on them in the 5th season. Then Queendom happened, then Non-Stop, and the rest is history. Secret Garden's still one of the best songs out there, by the way. This one was so sudden. How do you have a perfect all kill in basically every single comeback just to start releasing mid-songs? I blame their company. ATEEZ is now way too focused on overworking the boys to focus on their other groups. From beginning of last year to now, they've had for many albums, one single album and bunch of different world tours. I legit don't remember when was the last time they weren't on tour, and I also don't remember the last time I've heard from A-Pink, or even Victon, or them putting effort to promote weekly. They're basically putting a schedule for groups onto the boys alone. Anyways, this last part suddenly became a rent section to ATEEZ. But you get my point. Saying that again, I don't hate any of those groups. I in fact used to or still do stan them. I just wanted a quick filler, while I work on other ones. Anyways, stan the boys, stream Justice by Dreamcatcher, and send love to Sabrina Carpenter's new album.